talked all season about continuing to learn from these experiences. What was it like to see that come out in the execution tonight?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I think you guys can see it just as well as we can, that we're getting better each time we're in these late game scenarios. I think the more of them that we're in, the better we're going to get, and it's really starting to show now. I think, this time last year, I think we're a bit different down the stretch. We don't execute as well. We're a bit inexperienced, but because we played in so many of these tight games, we're learning how to execute both ends of the floor. Helps having a guy like Lou Dort who can guard, just about anyone in the league. So when we're locked in on both ends of the floor, stop, especially with Shai, he draws so much attention. Then he gets off the ball. We're playing, 4-on-3. So we've been really good lately down the stretch.
Tell me about your rebounding late. You had some one-on-one matchups against Nurkic.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to get in there. I think, when we went smaller and when, Poke was on Nurkic, he's a big body, so we had to get in there and help him out. And especially down the stretch, when every possession's crucial, had to get, that offensive rebound off my miss. I saw Lou and Simons down there, so I had to get in there. And then down the stretch, I knew if we got that board, it was going to seal the game. Lou forced Dame into a really tough shot, and then I saw it coming off. I don't even know if it hit the rim, but was able to get there. But just helping Poke out, as I said, down the stretch, it's really crucial.
And just how are you feeling tonight? And I guess what did it mean to be able to give the effort that you gave in your first game back, especially with all your teammates too?
Yeah, it was great to be back. It's always hard when you have to sit out and watch games, especially from home, in bed. So it was great out there. Obviously, the guys, we just played Paul, and so I got to sit there and watch it and kind of see a little bit what they do. But, the guys just played against them. So we're familiar with them coming in. We executed the game plan and got the job done.
Josh, it seemed like you were doing a lot better job communicating defensively in this game. Is that something that you're getting more and more comfortable with?
Yeah, it is, definitely. I mean, a lot of the time, it's going to be, Lou, J-Dub with those tough assignments. So it's up to me and the other guys to kind of help them. And we can do that. One way to do that is with that voice. And I think just being on the, if we're on the weak side, just communicating, and it makes the whole defense function better. If everyone's talking, we're all on the same page. So it really helps. And I've tried to put an emphasis on that. A lot of the time I'm not going to be guarding the best player out there. So being impactful by, using my voice and helping those guys out.
Josh, Mark said you were pretty sick and wasn't sure that you were going to play as much as you did tonight. Just how did you feel out there, and did you kind of surprise yourself with how well you played after missing a couple games?
Yeah, I felt good out there tonight. I thought I was going to be a bit short-winded. I hadn't touched the basketball in a few days, so but I felt great. As soon as the ball went up, it was game time and I was ready to go. But it's good to get the first one out the way, and we got another tough game on Friday night against the Pelicans.
And then just to follow up on Lou's stop there at the end, I mean, we've seen him, play like this before and almost take it for granted. Just like, what does it mean to have a teammate who's that level of defender?
Yeah, regardless of how the game's going for Lou, he knows, and we know that we can rely on him on that end, every night. And, we do take it for granted, I think. He wins us a lot of games on that end of the floor with the job he does on, Dame had 16 on, a tough shooting night, and you give a lot of credit to Lou for that. So he makes big plays. You see the ones down the stretch that win us the game, but it's all throughout, 48 minutes, the plays he makes, both sides of the floor. He's been great for us, and the better the more he continues to do that, the better we're going to be as a team.
Josh, Mark mentioned that you lost weight while you were sick. Could you just elaborate on that?
Too much weight. Yeah, I lost about 10 pounds in a few days. So I can kind of feel it out there a little bit, but just got to quickly put that back on.
Yeah, you guys are trusting J-Dub more and more in these clutch situations, and earlier this season said he doesn't feel like a rookie. Do you get that same feeling just being around him?
Oh, definitely. He's a mature guy. We knew it coming in, and I think from day one you could tell he was confident. He carried himself with a certain swagger that guys respect, and you knew from day one that we kind of knew. I don't know if we, but I knew that he was going to play. You could just tell he had that about him when he first came in the building, and he's been great. Similar to Lou, he does it on both sides of the floor. He usually gets tasked with that, secondary. Simons tonight, or it was Grant, whoever, but. Can guard multiple positions, play multiple positions on the other end of the floor. Had the game-winning dunk for us tonight. So makes big plays, been making them all year, and I think his confidence is going to continue to grow, as the season progresses.
And then the MVP chants for Shai are getting louder and louder. He said earlier this season that it was cool, it felt like a video game. Is it cool for you guys too? Because with how close you guys are.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, the great part about our team is we all want to see the guy, to our left and our right succeed. And with the year he's having, he deserves all the praise he's getting. He's a really humble guy, so he's never going to, tell you guys about that. But he deserves everything he's getting, and it's coming his way. And, super happy to see him play the way he is.
Anybody else?